ES E-mini futures 2000 tick chart, and we're using price action rules and market geometry to determine where to enter for high probability setups. So as you can see, we started this morning off with this nice uptrend working higher. There's multiple confirmations off of this bottom trend line. You can see this channel fits well. It just looks nice. And then after we created a break outside of this channel, which is a bar closing outside of these two channel lines here, we're expecting it to create a new extreme, but you can see we just started a downtrend lower, broke outside of this downtrend, and then created a new low. Now this push above EMA makes me think that we're going to test a new high of this uptrend. Considering we didn't test it and it's such a clean uptrend, these ones always create new extreme. So I'm expecting that this push up is going to lead to a new extreme of this. So I'm hoping for some kind of second entry long. All the bear pressure played out, considering we have a new low for this downtrend. This uptrend needs a new high, so a second entry long off the key entry point, the exponential moving average here, would be really nice. So hopefully we can get something like that. Alright, so we had a decent second entry long here, but you can see how massive this bar is. If we measure it, it's 18 ticks total. So by the time I was able to even try to enter this trade with my 8 tick normal limit, you can see we formed this big bear bar. After that big bear bar forms, you don't really want to enter with a limit because it can quickly just come back and stop you out. So I was waiting for some kind of higher low, which was this bar here, but you can see it closed as a bear pin bar or doji. So we can't go long above that, and it never even got a trigger. So unfortunately, just no real opportunity to enter here. If you did enter on this and get stopped out, that's all right. You know, it's just a learning lesson. It was a good enough trade to risk, considering we were this close to creating new extreme for this, and a nice strong bull bar off of the EMA. But it looks like we're back below EMA for some reason, so they might be considering this to be a test of a new high for this uptrend. So we might start a new market cycle. It's important to be patient here and wait and see where the market wants to go. So we had this little spike down. After this spike down creates new extreme, you can see we closed outside of it, so it needs to create new low. We really want to see new low be created before we push back above EMA to maybe attempt a new high if they're not considering this a new high already. But we definitely need to create new low for this downtrend. If we create new low and continue to work lower, there's a chance that there's going to be a wider downtrend working lower here. So it's really just too early to tell, but I just wanted to show you guys this spike and then potential new low. If we push above EMA, I'm expecting it to create a new extreme again. But if we continue to push lower, there's going to be a complete reversal of the market, and they're considering this new high, and we can draw a wider downtrend. So let's see. Alright, so just as I suspected, we pushed above EMA, and it looks like we're going to actually test new high of this uptrend. Unfortunately, no good opportunities to enter on a long trade. It's just one spike up. After new high is created, we can expect correction or reversal. So I'm expecting a new market structure. If we continue to work higher, there's not really a good fitting wider uptrend here. So it'll probably be like a completely different channel. We may even create two legs up. This one being the first correction, and then another leg that is measured the same distance as this one. But that's just, you know, it's too early to tell. After new highs created, if we push below EMA and we start a new downtrend working lower, that can be completely normal. New high was created, so all bull pressure played out, so it would start a new downtrend to the downside. But if we continue working higher, then there's a good chance that we have a secondary channel working up. But we just have to wait and see. So we continued working higher, so I went ahead and drew this spiking channel. We have a break outside of this channel, so it needs to create new extreme. We did get a failed second entry long here below EMA. It didn't trigger under this bar, but it did trigger under this one. Unfortunately, the bias is bullish, so we can't really go short in this kind of market structure. We know that this uptrend needs to create new high, so we might get some kind of failed second entry short or something like that to test new extreme. Now that I'm looking at it, we have a potential overshoot here. So this is our new high for this wider uptrend over there. But we have overshoot here. And overshoot can lead to complete reversal of the market without creating a new extreme. And considering how we're consolidating at the EMA, you can see EMA is flat. It's not really holding for either direction. It held to the downside a little bit, but we just barely, you know, ticked lower, and then we're back above EMA, back below, back above now. So this overshoot might be in play now, so we may not expect to create a new extreme for this uptrend. So it's important that we just sit on our hands and be patient here. Overshoot can do some pretty crazy stuff. Alright guys, I just came back from my break. It looks like we just consolidated up here for a little while. We broke out of the bottom of the range, had a breakout pullback, and then started a nice downtrend working lower. But by the time I got back, we had already created new extreme for this downtrend. You can see we had a breakout side, which is a close outside of this channel. Pushed above EMA for a second, and then ended up back below EMA to create new extreme. After new low is created, we can expect a correction or reversal, so there's a good chance that we might go back into a trading range here until we get a new market structure, either up or down. But you can see it's already fitting pretty well. We're back above EMA. There's no clear bias, so I'm not really looking for any trades right now. I just want to see a good trend get established. If we go into a trading range like this, I can consider selling at the top or buying at the bottom. It has to be a good setup, and you can see how EMA is in the middle. If it continues on this direction, then we'll definitely be in a trading range, and I can consider one of those. But as of right now, new lows already created, so all the price action is played out. I'm just waiting for a more clear structure to see where we want to go. Alright, so we actually ended up spiking to the upside, so it looks like the new market structure is going to be bullish. If we break outside of this channel, I want to see a second entry long or something like that on the EMA to test new extreme of this uptrend. Alright, so no good enough second entry long to take, so I'm hoping for maybe a failed second entry short above EMA, because this uptrend does need to create new high now. Alright, so unfortunately we did not have an opportunity to enter to test the new extreme, but the new high has been created, so we are back to waiting again. I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. Yeah, so we're back to waiting again. We want to see a new market structure be established here. Let's see what the market wants to do. So we ended up having overshoot of this spiking channel here. But after overshoot's created and we break through the other side of the channel, there's a chance that we push back above EMA to test new extreme, which would be a higher high than this high here. So if we can get some kind of failed second entry short above EMA, I can consider entering it to ride it to the new high creation of this breakout here. Alright guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Unfortunately, not too many opportunities today, but price action was following its own rules. You know, we got breaks and then pushes to new extreme. So pretty good price action overall, just no good opportunities to enter. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. There's a link in the pinned comment to my Discord where I live screen share my chart every day, and there's a group of really experienced traders, really good guys in here that we talk about what we think the market's doing all day. If you're interested in that, pinned comment and description, and feel free to subscribe. I'm going to be uploading my live charting sessions every day. Thank you guys for watching, and good luck with your trading.